I got a new drain pump for the dishwasher here. Hopefully this solves the problem. I have no idea if this will fix it or not, but 25 beans, we'll give it a shot and see if that makes it work again. I have to excuse that vibrating sound. It's freezing down here today, and it's vibrating because the floor is so unlevel that all 4 feet don't sit on the floor at once. So this whole apparatus here is designed to come out. The intention was to have it easy to come out for when I need to change the oil filter, but it'll ultimately be dual purpose, as now I can pull it out to work on the equipment. I might get some water on the floor and so forth, but if we just disconnect this here, this should free the unit to be able to be pulled out. The water lines are still connected, but they have some slack to them, so I might be able to leave those alone. Alright, so that's free now. Actually, the dishwasher line does not have much of any slack, so I might have to... I'll just go ahead and undo the dishwasher line to save the fiasco. Nope, not from this angle. It's gonna drip a little bit, but I don't really care. It'll dry out quick. It's clean water, I'm not worried about it. Turn this off would be more ideal, but it's frozen. Are you kidding me? The heck? I can't budge a flipping thing. Oh gosh, why is that frozen like that? This is a brand new apparatus. It should not be frozen. None of these are moving. Heck. Stupid piece of junk, probably gonna break. Let's see if I can get it to shut off. There we go. Okay. So now, let's see if we can pull this thing out. Stuck on here. Oh, what a joke. Okay. That's as far out as it needs to go to be able to move forwards and backwards, but that would require detaching the entire water supply, so I think I'm just going to keep pushing it over. It's only 2 connections. Big deal if I got to go that route, but I just would rather not. Alright, this should be enough to work with. I believe that we're going to work from this on the back. Think. I've never serviced a dishwasher before, so quite frankly I actually have no idea, but I believe that this is our our part right here that we're going to be working on. The drain pump. This was getting warm during operation, but it was not draining, so it's either going to be this pump or the solenoid that should be opening and closing along with it. There's no water in this pump, in this pipe here, so it might be the solenoid. I'm not sure, but we're going to give this a shot and see if we can get anywhere. Looks like we're going to have a total of 3 screws. There's one down on the bottom as well. Which of course is not located somewhere that you can get a halfway reasonable angle on it to unscrew. Like all the screws, so now does it just come off or what? Yep, it does. And conveniently there's water just pouring everywhere. So the good sign is that since there's water pouring everywhere, it would seem to me like the water can get to the pump. Of course it doesn't make it any less annoying that there's water over the floor now. This is not ideal. There's some nasty sludge in this water too. Well, oh well, it is what it is, and it's still coming out too. Ain't that fantastic? So let's see what we got here with this pump. I suppose we could probably check this pump by just applying mains voltage to it and see. Oh yeah, this lock this. Oh gosh. This is locked up. There's no way that's finna work. So I think we're gonna have some success with this. And here's my nice mess on the floor. Oh gosh, what is that trash? That's nasty. Alright, well, this seems pretty easy to install, so let's get the new one installed and stop the sludge from pouring out. This turns freely. The other one does not, so I guess it's just bound up for some reason. It's kind of weird. Ew, that's gross. Well, I'm really quite confident that this will actually solve the problem based on the condition of that other pump. Ah, right in the sludge. Ugh. The heck is that stuff? It's like silver. Ugh. Well, I guess I need to clean this machine out. That That's all that's telling me. This machine has sat unused for quite some time. This was in an abandoned house, so it was not exactly well cared for over the years. The machine is from 2012, and it seems like it otherwise still works, other than this pump. So it's not too much you can say about it, really. I'm sure someone's gonna complain they can't see what you're screwing in. Well, here you go. Now you can. This is not by any means intended to be a tutorial. If it works, that's great. Follow the steps. There's probably better ways to do it. I don't know, because I'm not a plumber. I'm not a dishwasher repairman. I just want to make the thing work and save a little bit of money. These weren't that tight, so I'm not going to put them back crazy tight. There's a rubber seal in there, so I suspect it makes the seal at the gasket, not necessarily by tightness. Yeah, I think we're good here. Alright, let's put it back in place. I don't know what the heck to do about the floor here, because I don't want to use a towel to clean up this mess. Yeah, do something about it though. I'm gonna get I'll get some of the discardable towels. I am not afraid of getting dirty, but there's one thing I don't like, and that's wet messes. Just don't like them. And this is one wet mess. Ah! This is a thick, nasty, thick slop with slime. Ugh. Probably don't look that bad on the camera, but it's really, really gross in person. I'm gonna rinse that pump out, and we're gonna, not that it serves any value, but we're gonna experiment with that in a future video to see if we can salvage it. Just for the sake of curiosity, see why it failed maybe. Jeez, if I was that pump, I would have failed too after trying to pump this stuff. Good grief. I'm gonna have to wash the whole floor here. Why is this so slimy? I wonder if that's like what the dish soap looks like after a while. It's the only thing I can think of. Because I ran, before it broke, when I was first testing it, I ran a cycle through there of just plain water with nothing in the machine. and that should have flushed this out because the pump was working at that time. Yesterday I washed a fan that was kind of dusty with a good amount of dish soap, and that's when it stopped working. That's not accurate. It stopped working sometime between the time I tested it and then yesterday. So I bet that maybe this stuff is just, maybe this is just the dish soap or the dishwasher soap, detergent, whatever it's called. It's kind of got that clear, like it's not dirty. It's got that clear, liquidy texture to it. It doesn't feel grimy or anything at all, but it doesn't make it any less gross to me. And a little bit of it over here too. Got on this payphone over here, but chances are good this is not the grossest thing that payphone's seen over the years. Alright, this is good enough. The rest will dry up. Okay. I'm gonna go wash up. Actually, I can wash my hands in the sink down here. No, I can't because it's disconnected. This, I think, is supposed to have a loop in it. I don't know. I'm really not a dishwasher person, so I don't know. Sure, but I'll try to. You know what? I'll deal with that later. I don't think that it's really a big ordeal. The only thing I can think of is that you need like a trap or something. That'd be the purpose of it, but I don't know. I'm just going to stick it in here for now, and we'll hope for the best. Okay, so now I'll push it back, and we'll reconnect the drain. I do actually need to change the oil filter, so I'm going to have to do this again in a couple of weeks. I suppose what I should do, or what I should have done, is gotten a set of locking casters. I just didn't want to put any money into this. The reason why I did this the way it is because I had these casters laying around, and if I used the swivel casters like that are on the other side, when you open and shut the dishwasher, the whole thing is going to move around, which I didn't think is any good. So I put the swivel casters on the other side, and I have these stationary casters on this side, which will probably be fine once I get all this junk moved out of here, which hopefully will happen soon. I don't exactly have the best record of getting rid of junk. And no, I'm not going to try to change it in the new year, because that's just stupid and nobody follows those anyways. For what's normally a once or twice a year process, this is not bad. Okay, it's pretty much back in place. So we'll reconnect the drain here. Which is leaking water everywhere. This is kind of sketchy to get on here because this is not really the way these parts are supposed to be used. But, oh well, it works this way. I wouldn't hide these connections inside a wall, I'm not that confident in them, but for something like this, where it would be very obvious if it's leaking, this is fine. Okay, why is this not going on? Alright, you're gonna have to get out of the way, I gotta get in here. I don't know what the problem is here. I remember this being a little wonky at first, but it shouldn't be this bad. Come on, it's totally cross-threading. There we go. But then it's got to go straight in order to fit in there properly. I think we got it. Well, we'll find out. Yep, it's totally wrong. Because it wasn't like that before. Well, you know what? Let's just see if it works. Maybe it works that way. As long as it doesn't leak, I don't really care how it's connected. But for the record, this totally is not the way that it was. It needs to be more like that. And then this goes here to hold that up. Okay. Now we got to reconnect the water supply. Play with this stupid thing again. At least this thread's on easier. I guess these things don't like the hot water because it's working fine on the cold one still, and that one is okay. Well, whatever. Don't really need them to turn on and off. Alright, turn on the cold. Let's check this the drain here. A little bit of slime on the floor. Let's get that up. I'm pretty sure that this is just a dishwashing soap. Okay, it's finna leak everywhere. Great. Well, let me play with this and figure out why it's not going the way it was before. I fixed it. So now the moment of truth, or like 15 minutes of truth, is to test this dishwasher and see if it drains. I know that drains, so I'm done with that. Okay, everything's back hooked up again. Since I'm cheap, I don't want to waste the hot water. I'm going to fill this up with cold from the tap here. And then we'll turn it on and let it fill with its natural hot water for a couple seconds. And then we'll cancel the cycle. And that should prompt it to drain whatever water's in there. If it doesn't work, maybe that's incorrect, or maybe it's still broken. That's a good amount of water. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Put you over here so you can see that's our drain hose right there. I'm going to turn this on. I'm just going to cancel it. And that should... Why does it sound like there's water spraying everywhere? I don't see any. Now it sounds okay. Nope, didn't drain. Well, there might be a reason for that. I don't think I connected the wires. Yep, I did not connect the wires. So before we call this a total fail, let's connect the wires. Duh. Okay. Let's try again. Oh, here we go. The water's coming out. It might be too high of a rise though. Alright, so I'm going to have to adjust the way this is. That nasty stuff in there, gross. I'm going to have to adjust the way the pipe is because it's not pumping up properly quite this high, but I can fix that. Well, I would call that a success, a $25 success. It doesn't sound very good, but it was just a cheesy, cheap knockoff, no brand part. Because if this breaks, it really doesn't make any difference. It's not a priority in the slightest. So, it might just be junk. But it's working. Try to flush some of that gross stuff out of the pipes here. Definitely going up too high. It's a problem, but I'll fix that myself without you. So that's good. Dishwasher should be repaired now. $25 well spent. I'm so glad I have a mechanical brain. I can't imagine what people do that don't have the understanding and ability to fix stuff like this. I would feel so helpless. It's empty, so it's definitely working. So now we can proceed with washing that fan I was trying to clean the other day.